mother's pride and joy, you know, but she will never let him go. His family want to run his life, and the girlfriend wants to be the wife. And when he's proudly on the beat, women all shout, he's too young to be out. But they will eat their words, he knows, when he's Inspector Penrose. Rosie, Rosie.
Pack it in, Gillian.
Welcome home, lover.
I feel as if I've never been away. How's me mother?
Your mother's fine.
She better not be fine. She's supposed to be at death's door. That's why I left Slagcaster. What do you mean she's fine? I had to transfer her back home because she's supposed to be sinking.
Oh, she's floating again. Me too. Oh. It's great to have you back, lover.
Thought I'd escaped. Here we are again. Trapped. Stop trying to impress me with your devotion, Gillian. Happy wash day, Uncle Norman.
You made a break for it. You should have stayed away.
Come back, they said. Your mother's dying. I didn't realize it was just a boredom.
Right away from this house of women.
House of women? You make it sound like a very odd place for a serving police officer.
Petticoat rule. But while you were on the run, I felt this twinge of defiance.
We're not even outnumbered, Uncle Norman. There's two of them and two of us.
Your mother alone could outnumber quantities of men. I'm married to you, aren't either. I have to stay, but you could get away.
I've been away. Being away in the police force hardly amounts to being on the run.
But you came back.
They sent for me. My mother was failing. What could I do? I came back to her sickbed and held her hand. She put a £1 note in it and sent me down to the beer off for a bottle of British sherry.
It's my opinion that your mother will live forever.
I was appalled by the decline in her condition. When my father was alive, she'd never have dreamed of drinking British sherry.
I thought you'd escaped. I used to imagine you out there in the free world. It was like a beacon of hope to the rest of us.
Oh, come on, Uncle Norman, don't exaggerate.
For goodness sake, haven't you finished that bit of a job yet? Go and find yourself a bit of gardening to do.
I don't want to garden.
You like gardening?
I loathe gardening.
You always tell everyone how much you like gardening. That's why you have such a good colouring. Many retired people lose all interest in things and have a very poor colour.
I've lost all interest in things.
But as long as you love your gardening, Norman, there's no reason why you should ever lose your colour. Is that tight enough, do you think? Sometime later, I shall want you to go to the shops for me. But you mustn't buy any cigarettes. I don't want to see you smoking. How many did you used to smoke a day?
8 million.
Well, it was too many. Pipe, as long as we don't hear you sucking it. I left the kettle on. Did I leave the kettle on?
There's an alligator in the goldfish pool.
Don't worry me about things now, Norman.
She never listens to a word I say. One Sunday morning in 1939, I found her in the kitchen, and I told her the Prime Minister had just announced we were at war with Germany. Don't interrupt me now, she said. I'm trying to remember what it is you use to remove blackberry stains from flannel trousers.
No wonder you won. Good morning, Mother.
I thought I heard somebody shouting.
I'm hardly shouting, Mother. I was just saying good morning to Uncle Norman of fertilizer fame.
I could hear loud voices in the garden. I assumed Norman must have broken his leg.
The legs are fine, Millie. It's just the spirit that's gone.
I thought I'd better see if there was anything I could do. Weak as I am.
You've already done it, Mother. You made your point very clearly.
You never used to shout from windows.
Romeo and Juliet did. The balcony scene. They weren't frowned upon.
That ended very badly, though, didn't it? I hope the police force isn't starting to brutalize you.
Smile when you say that, Blue Eyes. Who's looking at you, kid?
Do you have to wear boots?
Yes, Mother.
I'm glad your father is not still alive.
Ain't it uncanny that underneath all that makeup she can still hear people shouting? Why does me mother wear all that makeup?
Your Uncle Norman's vests don't wear like they used to.
Has anybody ever looked underneath to see whether she's poorly or not?
If you'd have told me they'd have needed cleaning, I'd have cleaned your boots.
You don't have to clean me boots, Auntie Ida.
Your Uncle Norman's shoes are always presentable. I keep those clean.
I think you keep him highly polished, considering how many years you've had him.
He has a tendency to wear the heels down.
And to lose his independence.
I wonder if I've got all his socks.
You've got everything else.
He hides them.
I've never seen him creeping about, secreting his socks.
He just throws them down wherever he takes them off. I remember washing your baby's socks.
Well, you shouldn't say things like that to a policeman. How do you think J. Edgar Hoover would have felt if people were always reminding him of his baby socks?
Seems just like yesterday. Now here you are, polishing your boots so you look smart when you go out and get stabbed.
Oh, Auntie.
Policemen get stabbed.
Not all the time.
Why don't you get a proper job?
It's no use talking to him. He wears boots. He is beyond the reach of understanding.
We always thought you'd get a nice job with a desk.
And a car.
I'm doing the job I want to do.
There you are, you see. He's quite firm in his stubbornness. He doesn't care if I'm at death's door.
Oh, that's hardly fair, Mother. I'm back home, aren't I?
But still in that uniform.
Do you think your heart would be stronger if I wore plain clothes?
There was one got stabbed only last week.
I am glad his father's not here.
You keep saying that with such conviction, Mother. I sometimes wonder if he didn't take the hint and feel morally obliged to go.
Through the chest.
Ida, what are you trying to say?
The one last week was stabbed through the chest.
Oh, not the kneecap. How interesting. Oh, but there it is in a nutshell, you see. They have to meet such awful people.
I meet some very interesting people.
What is it you want?
Who wants to know?
I do, damn it.
Well, all right. But you can't be too careful. Is he in then?
Is who?
The young copper.
Michael?
They call him Rosie.
He wasn't christened Rosie.
No, I suppose he wouldn't be. Oh, I don't know, though.
What is he?
Not so loud! It's more than my life's worth to be found talking to the constabulary.
Good Lord.
Right. Gives you some idea, doesn't it? How we live from day to day on this knife's edge of insecurity. In the end, of course, it snaps your nerves. The police informer, the narc, has a very unenviable life expectancy.
That's terrible.
It's all right, me aunt. We're used to brushing off the wings of death.
Good Lord.
Of course, man, of course. You haven't got a fag or two.
I smoke a pipe.
Well, suit yourself. A few coins of the realm, maybe?
Hardly likely, I'm afraid. Not in my gardening clothes. Not in any clothes for that matter. My wife keeps me on a very short rein financially.
I wouldn't ask, only I've got to make this call to Interpol.
7.5p.
Cheers.
It's going to be a very short call.
Incidentally. If you ever want to make a bit of ready on the garden shears, I could put you onto the right party.
Really?
Have you no fear, me old? Anything in the trading line moves your boy.
There's a criminal at the door with a huge pair of shears. He's asking for you.
Oh, Auntie,
Aren't you going to use your truncheon?
will you let me see who it is? Hello, Merv. You making house calls now?
It's safer than me being seen down at the Nick, Mr. Penrose.
Well, you were practically raised down at the Nick, Merv. Come on here, let's find your
I
seat.
can see, you know.
Why don't we put that away?
Nice place you've got here.
You shouldn't do that. We could all be murdered in our beds.
It's hardly likely. You're always up before he is.
Where have you gone?
I'm over here.
Well, keep still, will you? I've just been chatting to this cook behind the door.
Well, I know I've got to start somewhere, Merv, but when we first informed me, you're a bit of a disappointment.
Well, that's nice, isn't it? You don't care what you say.
No offence. It's just that I can't imagine you keeping a sharp eye on anything.
Don't you worry about that, me all. This is all just a bluff, you know. Most of it. Quite a lot of it.
Sit down, Merv. You're going to be in the oven.
It's me cover, isn't it? All this blind as a bat routine. I can see as good as the next man.
I hope you can see better than the next man. That's a coat behind the door.
I know it's a coat behind the door. That's why I'm telling you that. Fooled you, didn't it? These glasses, they're my insurance. People think I can hardly see, don't they? Are you still there?
I'm still here, Merv.
It's marvellous. I've got them all conned into believing that old Merv's as blind as a mole.
All right, Hawkeye. What have you got for me?
Ah, yes. Well,
Oh, it's another touch.
if you feel like that about it, Mr. Penrose,
Stop waving the shears, Merv.
there's no point in us trying to continue a delicate relationship which depends more than most on mutual trust.
But don't leave by the sink, Merv. You never know who might be watching.
You're not interested, then? In what I overheard while mixing with a criminal fraternity in the Harbour Tavern?
What?
Well, nothing yet. I need a couple of quid to get in, don't I? You've got to speculate if you want to accumulate.
On your way out, Merv, you'll not forget to give Uncle Norman his shears back, will you?
I won't.
No?
Oh, you do realise he seemed very keen that I should try to arrange a buyer for him.
Merv.
Well, all right. If you feel like that about it.
Goodbye, Merv.
You have tact and discretion beyond your years, Mr. Penrose. You should, in my opinion, go far in your chosen profession.
Goodbye, Merv. Hello, Ravens Bay 41025.
Am I addressing the fourth constable from the left in the rear rank?
Gillian, is it important? I'm just going on duty.
Of course it's important. We're engaged, aren't we?
No, we're not engaged.
Oh, yes. I keep forgetting. Never mind, we're nearly engaged.
We're not even nearly engaged. Listen, Gillian, I'm not ready for marriage yet. And anyway, you know your parents don't approve of me.
That's just a passing phase they're going through.
They've been passing through it ever since we were at school together.
Well, you stopped me growing, didn't you? When I fell in love with you, I was 4'11", and I haven't gained a millimetre since. Prior to meeting you, I was all set to be at least 5'8". So it's perfectly clear you have a moral obligation to marry me and help me spend Daddy's money.
Goodbye, Gillian.
I'm just driving Daddy to work, then I'll pop round and give you a lift. I have a reclining seat especially made to accommodate a fourth constable from the left in the rear rank. Good morning, Uncle Norman.
Gillian, how are you, my dear?
Fine, thanks. I've just dropped Daddy off. And dropping Daddy off always makes me feel much better. Of course, there's a twinge of guilt on behalf of those poor devils at the office.
Still a bit grumpy in the morning, is he?
People say that, but I must say I find him pretty miserable at any old time of day.
Doesn't like you seeing my nephew, does he?
Daddy's got appalling taste in men. He keeps on throwing fat old Hugo Williger at me.
I don't think I know a Williger.
Hugo Williger is the life and soul of any bereavement. Daddy wants me to marry someone with money.
Understandably. I know how he feels about money. I'm quite keen on it myself.
Rubbish.
Well, no one can manage on what my wife considers to be adequate pocket money.
Gillian, before the neighbours see a policeman leaving the house.
You want to be back home, Mother?
Not in those boots. I am a sick woman. I wanted a son in a respectable position who could creep about the house wearing handmade, lightweight Oxfords.
I've picked you a nice apple.
Oh, I don't think so, Auntie Ida. You packed me enough stuff for a fortnight.
Your father always wore handmade, lightweight Oxfords.
And look where he is now.
Got your truncheon?
Yes, love. I've got me truncheon.
Well, if they get near you, use it. Don't let them get behind you.
Does he have to take his lunch in a tin? Can't he find a nice little bistro somewhere?
What do you suppose a fella could get for a good pair of shears?
From Auntie Ida, you get the maximum, even for a first offence.
I suppose so.
You don't have to call for me, Gillian. I sometimes get the feeling my life is overfurnished with women anyway.
You should let me marry you and take you away from all this.
For a few years, Gillian, all I want is a rugged, masculine existence.
I think your eyelashes are fabulous when you get angry.
Just drive, Gillian. I tried to get away. I wanted to break out on my own. And then my mother decided she's at death's door. You should have seen her sitting up in that bed when they called me back from Slagcaster. She could hardly speak. Her arms looked skinny. She was wearing hardly any makeup.
Your mother with no makeup on?
Exactly. Spine-chilling, isn't it? I tiptoed into that bedroom. She made a weak signal for me to come closer. She lowered her eyes to the floor. Hello, I thought. A new humility. I know now what she was doing was checking to see whether I was wearing boots out of uniform, too. And I no sooner started creeping around the house in a funereal manner than she was sitting up in bed, wolfing great big dinners and going out to the hairdresser 3 nights a week.
Your mother wears too much makeup.
I keep telling her.
What does she say?
I don't know exactly. Sounds a bit like...
Isn't it awful having weird parents? It's about the only thing you and I have got in common.
Thanks for the lift, Gillian. And listen, if they stick me on traffic duty again, don't go driving past blowing kisses.
You look so lonely standing in the middle of the road. I wanted to get out and squeeze you.
No more blowing kisses, that's got to be understood. You don't realise that after every one from you, I get 6 from passing lorry drivers. Yeah, pack it in, Gillian. The thing is, not to fall completely under the influence of all the women folk in your life. I will not end up like Uncle Norman. Bless him. It's just as if the Daleks have been, removed his brain, and left this automatic creature for Auntie Ida to drive. She'd be hurt and amazed if you told her. She thinks she loves him and takes it for granted that she's good for him. But the effect's been just the same as if he'd fallen into the hands of this evil scientist who set out deliberately to destroy his will. And is Dr. Frankenstein alive and well and living as my Auntie Ida?
I must remember, mustn't I, to oil the bolt in Uncle Norman's neck.
Fraternal greetings to you, PC Wilmot.
You're with me today. We'll be out in the car later.
Roger, Wilco.
Once we're through with this paralysing paperwork.
As a counter to excessive feminine influence, one could do well to imitate a thoroughly masculine model. And for ruggedness and sheer non-femininity, PC Wilmot springs readily to mind. There's no feminine nonsense about Wilmot. PC Wilmot has several natural advantages. He's a messy eater, he's a wizard with a matchstick at poking wax out of his ears, and he has the kind of weather-beaten index finger that's just right for prodding suspects in the charge room. I wonder what it is he's got. An old street-fighting wound playing him up? A serrated edge on his truncheon? Must be very awkward on traffic duty. Anyway, it's a very masculine series of movements. Coupled with the Wilmot stifled belch. It suggests a healthy outdoor sort of life, far removed from any petticoat influence.
Oh.
Is Norman blowing his horn?
He isn't blowing it now.
Well, unless we've gone deaf, that first blast did untold damage to my eardrums. Do drive quietly, Norman.
And when we get to the supermarket, don't run your trolley into people's feet.
It's me face, that's the problem.
Yeah, it is a bit.
I'd have appreciated a moment's hesitation there. I haven't got what you call a Gestapo glare, have I?
No.
There you go again. You can take your time before answering, you know. What I have got is far too much female interference in my life. It's all well-intentioned, you know, the worst kind. Oh, no, I don't suppose you do know a big, rugged, uncouth Herbert like you.
Well, we've all got our problems, kid.
Yeah, I know. I've seen you fiddling with yours. Well, these girls are masculine problems.
That's true.
How often do you shave?
Well, if I'm going out in the evening, twice a day.
They are, you see. Mine lasts all day.
Would you repeat that under oath?
No. Oh, I sometimes wish I looked as rugged as you do.
Hello? What's this clown up to?
Oh, don't ask.
Look at him, he's driving like a prawn.
It's all right. He's not under the influence of drugs or drink. He's under the influence of female backseat driving. It's my Uncle Norman. And that's not him changing gear, it's a committee. Oh my God, they're coming over here.
It was you, dear.
What are you doing here?
Doesn't he look smart?
My head is splitting. Did you hear those lunatics on their horns? Oh, you get a very common class of people on the roads these days.
Aren't you going to introduce us to your friend, dear?
Auntie Ida, I'm on duty. You're not supposed to be here.
What kind of an occupation is it when you can't exchange a civil word with your own flesh and blood?
The civil word is goodbye, Mother. I'll see you to the car.
That's a very nice car they've given you, dear. And a driver. That's nice.
By Jove, Constable, you've arrested a pair of rum-looking females.
Can't you get a job where you can take your mother's elbow without the world assuming that she's a...
A low sailor specialist.
Come on, young Rosie. There's trouble up at Boozer.
I hope his friend's a nice young man.
If he was, would he be shouting in the street?
He's gone mad. The big fella's just gone in to throw him out.
Is that him?
No. That's the big fella.
Police. Get lost.
You leave us no alternative, sir, but to ask you to accompany us to the police station.
Get lost.
Oh, right. Right, you take his left arm, I'll take his right.
Well, I was wrong. He did find an alternative to having to accompany us to the police station. What the heck's wrong with you, Wilmot? Are you in pain down there?
You're damn right. It's these suffocating wife runs. Withdrawal and wife runs.
Changed them?
It's not that easy, is it? They're a condition of the wife's affections.
Wilmot, join the club. You're under woman pressure too.
Who isn't?
Grab his legs! Grab his legs!
Grab his legs! But I don't tell you where.
He bites!
Well, bite back!
Right.
Oh, that's me!
I want Sandra!
Lie down, you twat!
Where's my Sandra? Grab his arms! Grab his arms! Get Sandra! Get him off! Get him off!
Get your finger out, Wilmot. You can't be adjusting yourself at this juncture.
She left me! She left me! Sandra!
Oh, all right. Wait a minute.
She left me. Sandra.
Oh, women.
I'm never gonna get it back
People who need people. People who need people.
People.
Luckiest people in the world.
Coming up next, we go up the elephant and round the castle with Jim Davidson. Stay with us.
He's proud to be a boy in blue. People think he's rather dim and try to make a fool of him. But one day he will change their minds, make them believe that he's not so naive, and they'll be proud to be the friend of a man whose name is Rosie. Rosie. A man whose name is Rosie. Rosie. Rosie.